Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Sip and Review. My name is Chantel and today I will be doing a review on Little Women Atlanta Season 6 Episode 1. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's get started. So guys, I have been a fan of this show ever since Season 1. Plus I watched the other Little Women shows that they have in different cities. Abira, Juicy, and the rest of the crew, if you guys watch this, you are already familiar with everyone on this show. So, the season opened up on episode 1 with Abira. Abira decided to move to Atlanta. She's originally from Florida. So she decided she wants to be an independent artist because Minnie was managing her for a minute. So she decided to cut ties with Minnie because they had a falling out on the last season. So you guys may want to go back and catch up on the previous seasons to get yourself familiar with them if you haven't already. So Abira's in her new home, selling into Atlanta. Juicy pulled up to Abira's house to visit her. So, you know damn well there is no flash services in Atlanta, Juicy, but I know you're probably just kidding because Juicy is complaining that Abira needs to get her a better driveway because it's too high. Most of these homes in places in Atlanta have hills. Either it slopes all the way down or you have to go on an incline just to get to it. That's just how it is. There's not many flat areas in Atlanta, if you will. So, and Minnie, guys, I cannot believe Minnie passed away. She's one of my favorite person on this show. I love me some Minnie. Like, I took that really hard. Like, I actually did shed some tears because I like Minnie's personality. She's just so down to earth, and I love that about her. So we get to the part to where Minnie and Amanda is working out at the gym. So they having hashtag weight loss goals. Honey, I'm on the same boat with you guys. Amanda said they are going to finish this. She's tired of starting something and not completing anything. And Minnie said that she has lost 20 pounds thus far. And that is amazing. So, Abira, she pretty much don't get along with the twins. They have always had, trouble with one another since day one. Now, Amanda said that Minnie is an inspiration to her because Minnie has congestive heart failure. She's still pushing herself to lose the weight, and Minnie helps keep her in check. That is what she said. From the previous seasons that Juicy said that Minnie was lying about her pregnancy and her heart condition. Shaking my head. That's one of the reasons why they don't get along. Now, Minnie was talking to Amanda about this, right? So Minnie is still bothered by the fact that Juicy have a problem with her because Juicy don't believe the fact that she even had congestive heart failure, nor she don't believe the fact that the girl had a miscarriage on the previous seasons. So Minnie says she's going to have the receipts for her to prove to her that she really does have this condition. And now, if you just want to shut her up, then by all means do what you got to do to bring those receipts to her. Even knowing Juicy, that may not even work, because of how Juicy's personality is. Once Juicy have her mind set, then that is what it is. That's really not too much you can do to change how she feel about a situation, because that's just how she is. Now, Minnie and the twins have always been friends. They have had a few falling outs, but they always make up. And Minnie is the godmother of Andrea's daughter, so they are pretty close. Amanda said that she would rather stay home with her husband than to go to Abira's housewarming party, and I can't say that I blame her because they can't get along. Mommy is back in the A. We didn't really get to see her on the last season because she moved back to Texas to be closer to her son. She pulled up to Miss Juicy's house. Miss Juicy was not too pleased to see her. Juicy said after that stunt that she pulled last year at the reunion, she's not going to make it easy for her. Juicy told Monty she don't know if she could get with her today. She's about to read Monty after what she did at the reunion. And she's still mad from the reunion when Monty didn't have her back. Monty didn't want to take sides because they're all friends. Juicy needs to get over that old shit. Exactly. Okay? That's how I feel. Juicy and Minnie break up to make up. That's what they do. So, pretty much, most of the girls on here, they get into it. That's what most friends do, you know. Real friends. They be right back friends with one another. Now, I agree with Juicy, though. You could have called to check on her after the fight. Now, Juicy, she put Monty out and she told her to get a hotel. Was that nice? No, I don't think she should have put the girl out like that. So we moved on to Andrea and her baby daddy, Chris. They are still together. And Amanda wants to do her thing in music. She doesn't want to be the Tiny Twins duo anymore. Andrea is missing her other half. Andrea thinks it's because her sister is married now. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Amanda and her husband was just busy trying to make a baby and start their own family. Because she did tell previously that she wanted to start her own family. Abira is having a nice family dinner with the kids, and I'm glad that we get to see this nurturing side of Abira with her kids instead of her always wanting to put the paws on people. Abira told her son not to have no chicks in her house. That chicken wing that they are eating is the only chick that she wants to see in her house. LOL. Monty asked Abira to live with her, and Abira said yes because, you know, Juicy kicked the girl out and she really didn't have anywhere to go. Now I see why Monty is back in Atlanta. She said that her and her husband Marlon, they are separated. Now, what do y'all think about Abira's statement? She said the twins like to do a lot of chihuahua stuff. Now, the twins are Mexican. Maybe she didn't realize how her statement could be taken in the wrong way. So, Amanda told Andrea that it's time for her to take time for herself. This is where her sister came to visit her. Now, Amanda said this because she's tired of being there for everyone else and not herself. And she's also tired of the drama between her sister and Chris. That's Andrea's baby daddy. And they always get into it. They break up to make up as well. So, regardless of whether or not they're the Tiny Twins or not, she should not cut her sister off like that. I mean, your family is way in Texas, and you are all that she has pretty much in Atlanta. So y'all are really best friends. You share the same womb together, for God's sake. Now, I understand the part where Amanda wants to take time for herself and focus on herself. That's all fine and dandy. But don't make your sister feel like, you know, you're not a part of her anymore. Okay? But on the flip side, now, last season, Amanda did tell her sister not to take Chris back. And their parents don't even like Chris and how he treats Andrea. So maybe Amanda is a little salty about that too. I don't know. So we move on to Monty. She's at Abira's home and she's helping her decorate for her housewarming party. So they finish decorating everything together. The girls are coming to her house for the party. Everyone is pulling up. The tiny twins did not show up to the housewarming party because simply Abira is there. They do not get along with her. So Juicy pulled up to Abira's house. When she got inside, Minnie nor Monty spoke to her because they are salty about the way that Juicy treats them. So there was silence, honey. No one was speaking at all to her. They just gave her side eye. So what does she expect to happen? Juicy burned so many bridges with her attitude. So in Monty, she threw shade about the visitors that, Juicy didn't want no visitors at her house. So they're outside, and Abira have a nice little bonfire set up for them. So Abira got right to it, honey, straight no chasing. One thing about Abira, she's outspoken. She's going to tell you how she feels, regardless. So Abira asked Juicy why she said that Minnie lied about her heart condition because that was a low blow, and I agree, that was a low blow. Juicy said that she should have stayed home, and I agree with you on that too because no one there likes you at this point. Shaking my head. So Minnie pulled out the receipts. So Minnie threw the receipts at Juicy. No, Minnie, don't do it like that now. I think that wasn't right too, the way her approach on, proving that she had receipts. You didn't have to throw it at her like that. So she should have opened the envelope up and she should have showed it to her. Read it out loud if you have to. Be the librarian when you are booking someone, okay? You have to be the librarian. Librarians that book people, okay? That's how we do it in the shade world. So, Juicy didn't even want to look at the receipts. Laughing my ass off. I'm not surprised. Now, it was low down for Minnie to kick Monty out in the cold like that. Shaking my head. So, the girls were right about that. Abira when she said that she should never kick the girl out in the cold like that. So Minnie, she was having she went out to eat with the twins and she told them what happened at Abira's housewarming party. And the twins jokingly said that they wish they would have gone because they missed out on some real tea. And y'all sure did. It's just drama as usual though. That's all y'all missed out on. So Juicy, she felt guilty about how she treated Monty, so she invited Monty out to eat, and Monty said that she's thinking about filing for a divorce from Moreland. Now, if you are familiar with this show, then you will remember the time when his best man of his wedding told Monty that Moreland was cheating on her, okay? So they got into a big old argument about that, about him saying that he was cheating on her, etc. So, although, all as in the past, I am glad, however, that Monty and Juicy made up and she realized, her wrong, maybe. So, Juicy is going to launch her new shade eyewear line, and she's even going to invite Minnie to her launch. LOL, honey. We gonna get to why she invited Minnie to her launch, okay? Hold up, y'all. Minnie mom, Tammy, she looks different. So Minnie is always dressed to the nines, y'all. She be cute with it. The twins didn't even speak to Abira and Juicy's eyewear launch, and Abira got mad and stormed off. This is what happened at the launch. So guys, I'm just skipping through to the part to where it all went down, okay? So, why Juicy pulled up and the man was sprinkling purple rose petals in her walkway. LOL. I felt like I was watching the scene from Coming to America because it was definitely giving me Coming to America vibes with the rose petals at her feet. What the shade is going on with Juicy's speech at her Iowa launch? Now, I told y'all I was going to get to why she really invited Minnie there, okay? She said, this is how bosses do. If you're going to be a boss at all times. She's not throwing shade, but it is what it is, girl. You selling shades and throwing shade at Minnie. I know that's what you was doing. Why do you think she was coming for her? Now, that's the one thing that I don't like about Juicy. She's not genuine and she's two-faced. She always wants somebody to treat her like a queen, but she don't even act like a queen. She's often tacky with her delivery. Hey, I call it like I see it. So Abira started it. After checking Juicy about her shady ass speech, she came for the twins and she wanted to know why they didn't come to her housewarming party. Girl, what's understood shouldn't be explained. You know why them girls didn't pull up to your housewarming party. Y'all don't get along. Now, you know the twins, they can't stand Abira. From day one when they met her, they got into it from day one when they were about to fight. At the club, I believe it was. They were all outside and the other girls were trying to, separate them. So, people had their cell phones out recording them arguing, shaking my head. Andrea told Abira that she didn't come to her event because she's a bully and it should not have bothered her whether they came or not. Facts. You already know that y'all don't get along, okay? So maybe you felt like you guys, buried a hatchet, but something else happened. So that cancels that. Security had to carry Andrea out the door. Andrea kicked her shoes off and she was giving the security guard a hard time. She couldn't even handle Andrea. LOL, I'm sorry, he couldn't even handle her. Now, you guys know, Andrea, honey, is a firecracker. That girl, when she's upset, okay, it's going to take, a lot of people to calm her down. Now, Amanda is less, well, she's more calmer, should I say, than her sister, but she's less violent than Andrea, in other words, because Andrea, she go from 0 to 100 real quick. Now, Amanda, you have to push her a little bit more for her to show out. But she definitely will cut a fool if you mess with her twin sister. So, Juicy got cut from the broken glass on her head and foot because Abira, she threw the glass and it broke. And Juicy was in the middle of it. So, that's how she got hit. Now, Juicy was yelling for Minnie to get her clients because she's the twins' manager. Okay? So, guys, that is the end of my commentary. Check out this show. It comes on Lifetime on Fridays, and it's called Little Women Atlanta. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. Check out my podcast, Sip and Review. I will leave the link to my podcast below, and also check out my website, SipNReview.com. I also have merch on my website, and I also have blogs on my website as well. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you on my next video, and you all have a blessed day. Bye now.